Jill Edlick here. I'm at the home of Elizabeth and Tommy Mutter, and we are here in their beautifully redone kitchen. And it was done by David Richmond from Heart of the Home. So how did you hear about David from Heart of the Home?
Well, I actually met David about 4 years ago when I first moved to the area in a networking group. And it was probably well before I was thinking about redesigning a bathroom or a kitchen.
Right.
So I had an inkling of what he does and who he is. And when we bought this house, he was the first person that came to mind.
Great. And why did you decide to use him?
I think out of the know, like, and trust rule, like I said, after knowing him for several years and knowing what he did. And
how did David involve you in the process of the design?
Sit-down meetings. We talked about what we already had, what we wanted, and how to get there.
Right.
And David did a really nice job of being extremely patient with us, but also giving us some good ideas and some things to think about that we necessarily hadn't thought of prior to meeting with him.
Right.
Yeah, and he very much listened to our ideas and what we wanted and kind of took our vision and made it a reality on paper, and would bring us samples of cabinets and countertops and paint chips, and we just really appreciated the extra mile that he went for us, like especially when it came to determining the countertops. And our granite came from Northern Virginia, and he traveled and brought back samples for us, so we were able to really get an actual feel of what it would look like versus just pictures on the internet.
So what improvements did David make?
So we had a bulkhead running through the kitchen here, which limited the size cabinets we could actually put through. So we took that out. Obviously, all the new cabinets were done by David. New countertops. This beautiful island that we're sitting at was non-existent.
Yeah, nothing was here.
Nothing was here. We had a dead space in the corner over here where the dry bar is. So we added the dry bar, and that turned out fantastic. And even though we took out square footage as far as standing room, it made the kitchen appear a lot bigger than it actually is.
So what is your favorite part of the kitchen?
Is the island. We spend all of our time here. Anytime we have friends over, guests, we're always gathered around the island. And I feel like this kitchen truly is the heart of our home. We spend all of our time here and we enjoy it. Whereas when it was our old kitchen, we stayed away and we were always in the living room or somewhere else. But this really is, the center, the focal point of our house. And now we have this nice big space that we can prep food.
And is it always set up like this nicely?
Yes. Yes, it is.
It always looks just like
I get up at 5:30 every morning to do this.
There you go. Very good. So what compliments did you receive over this beautiful kitchen?
The best compliment that I remember getting was when we had some friends walk into our house and they said, "Wow, your kitchen really fits right in. It flows with the rest of your house. It all just seems very put together now," and which is nice for having a brand new kitchen. You don't want it to stand out one way or the other.
Right.
That it really just goes with our flow and with the theme that we have. Probably another good compliment that we had received was, "It seems so much bigger, so much more space," when actually we took space away.
Yep.
Really? And how did they do that? What do you mean by taking the space away?
Adding the island.
Oh,
So it
right.
was all empty initially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Do we need to do something?
Yeah, Junior, there you go. So what advice do you have for someone planning to remodel their kitchen or their home?
One, have fun with it. Two, show patience, because there's going to be things that pop up that you didn't expect, like in any home project.
Right.
And
Something
three,
could be on back order.
Sure, exactly. Or you could
Right.
find that, wow, where does that pipe go to that you weren't expecting to find? So, and then also, I think is be prepared to camp out.
Right. A lot of takeout, right?
Yeah.
Takeout, grilling,
A lot of grilling.
washing our dishes in the bathtub.
Oh, okay.
We have to be creative.
Yeah.
Right. Why would you recommend Heart of the Home?
I think David just really does a great job with being patient, listening to what you have to say, listening to your objections, while offering good criticism of maybe an idea you have. But also there's the trust factor. You know, we work full time so we can pay for this kitchen, and having David in your home, you know, when you go to work each day, you know that you're in good hands and that your puppy's in good hands running around while he's here. So that's a big reason why I think we use David.
Mm-hmm. And he was also very approachable with any ideas we had. We always felt comfortable bringing anything up, or if we had a question, he never made us feel like why don't you know that, or why would you ask. He was also very easy to reach throughout the whole process. He always kept us in contact, texting us or emailing us throughout the day, and I definitely feel that he went above and beyond making this kitchen ours. And we decided to use David to remodel our kitchen because we really felt like he understood our vision, and he developed good floor plans and listened to exactly what we wanted, and we also felt as if we could trust him being in our home during the day working while we were gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that trust is really the largest factor at the end of the day. And then also, knowing that we are supporting a local Winchester business, I think that was huge for us. Sure, you can go down to any big box store and they'll set you up with, whichever contractor, but, we like the fact that we're help support.
Great.
Yeah, and he was very in tune to details from the very beginning. The first day he came, he had his tape measure and was already measuring and giving us ideas, so we just felt that he really fit into our home well.
Well, Tommy and I met, and I met Elizabeth a little bit later on through the chamber, and he asked me to come and remodel their kitchen. So the first visit was very informative. Old kitchen cabinets needing a whole lot of help. So the fun part about this, and the question has been asked, what makes a project really fun and rewarding is the clients. And Tommy and Elizabeth have been really champions. And so it's been neat to get to know them and to participate in their lives in a way that's really meaningful, to better themselves and then their extended families and friends. So the challenges here were the soffit. I think that was one thing, and then just making all the products and the materials come together in a way that met their expectations. So the idea was to exceed them, and hopefully we did. So.